Hey guys, this is Matt with 42 Pros and welcome back to the channel. Yes, I know it has been a handful of weeks. Please don't throw the tomatoes since I have last posted, but there are some good reasons for it and I do believe that's going to change. And I'm not going to get into the announcement stuff quite yet, but I will do a mini announcement here after I get to talking about this kit, which is the Blindspot Power Junkie. And you're like, Matt, what the heck is that? Nah, but there's some of you, I'm sure you showed up for this video specifically for this piece of kit and my initial thoughts on it. And wow, it is going to be a game changer for those of you that are field producers and do a lot of traveling with your photography and video work, because this guy right here can be your all-in-one when it comes to power and charging. As far as your camera equipment goes. So yeah, so let's dig into it. Okay, so this one specifically is for the Sony NPF batteries. Okay, and I'm not sure if you can see that right there, right underneath my finger, NPF, so right there. All right, so if you have a bunch of these old Sony batteries hanging around, which this one's not old, this is a new one from DSTE, and I'll definitely put a link in below because I love these batteries. Then you can take this guy, okay, and power your camera, a USB-C or micro USB receivable external power wireless lavalier system, and something else, all at the same time. Okay, and yes, it does have indicators over here, so you'll know when your battery is starting to get a little weak. So 4 obviously is full. Then it has 25% increment LEDs, so you know when you're starting to get a little bit low on the juice. Okay, so yeah, let's go through the ports real quick. Okay, so obviously you got 2 USBs, then you got the 8 volt. The 8 volt can actually do a couple different things. You can use a dummy battery and power your DSLR or your mirrorless camera through the 8 volt, or you can use a 8 volt cable and power your external monitor, like what we have right here with the Andy Cine. You know, if you have a small HD or some of the other ones, you field worlds and all that good stuff, you can use this battery with this port to charge it using this one piece of kit, along with charging, say, the external powered wireless receivers like the Rode Link or the brand new Rode Wireless Go. What? Have you seen that joker yet? That is going to be a game changer for anybody in the outdoor industry. Itty bitty, tiny little silver dollar looking things. That's a built-in transmitter slash wireless mic and a receiver, and it's, I mean, it's, yeah, that's a whole nother video that's going to probably come later. Shh, don't tell the wife, but I'm probably going to buy it. But yeah, awesome little piece of kit. But Sennheiser has some that's similar. Sony's have some that you can power externally, and I think there's a couple others. I'm not sure if Ceramic or some of those other ones are a little bit more affordable to do that. I don't think so, but you can use one of these USBs and charge those systems. So you know, you can have your monitor being powered, your wireless audio being powered, and then for, say, the A7 III, you can take and use this last USB port and plug it into the USB port on the camera, have an internal battery in there, so when you're not using the camera, you turn that joker off, it will automatically start charging the internal battery. Now, I would give you that bit of information with a lot of caution, because if you do not use one of these, okay, a good old small rig cage or something like it, you know, where you're protecting your camera and you have one of those cable holders and cable protectors on the side of your camera, I would be extremely cautious with powering your camera like that with an internal battery, because if that thing falls or somebody comes across and bumps your camera, or you know, you bump a tree limb or whatever, you know, and you snap that port off or the cable off into that port, you might just turn your camera into a really expensive paperweight. So I wouldn't suggest doing that, but that's an option, especially if you have cages. If you have a cage, that would probably be an awesome setup, because then you use one battery with one internal to power 3 different things. What? Okay, so that's just some scenario stuff. So you got your charging ports here, you got your LEDs here, and here's where this thing gets interesting. On this side, you have 2 more ports, and these are USB-Cs and USB micros that can be used to charge your batteries. Yes, you are hearing me right. This is a power source plus a charging station all in one. What? Yeah, game-changing piece of kit, and that is no joke, okay? So there's a couple different ways you can mount this thing, by the way. Quarter 120, or if you have some of these adapters like this guy is, a quarter 120 or the cold shoe, then you can just put it on the cold shoe, lock it down, and have this bolted into a cage where it's permanently affixed and it won't move anywhere, okay? So that's a couple different ways you can mount it. And if you wanted to do like a wireless go from Rode and be extremely run and gun, then you can use that quarter 120, screw this guy down, put him on your cold shoe of your camera, and then somehow affix that itty bitty silver dollar to your camera, and you have a complete run and gun system. Just itty bitty tiny little jokers, and you have all day type of power, which I'm not sure if I talked about that. I don't think I did. Okay, so here's the Z batteries from Sony. Okay, on the back here it says this guy has 2280 milliampere hours, which, by the way, this battery is awesome in the A7 III. It lasts a really long time, but this guy is the 970 NPF 970 equivalent, and this joker has 7900 milliampere hours. So what is that? Three and a half times the power of this guy? What? That right there in itself should wake you up if you're a field producer in the outdoor industry. If you're out there all day long in the Rockies, or all day on the water, and you're filming some fishing trips and some shows for the fishing world, this guy right here may be the only battery you need to power your camera if you're using these small DSLR and mirrorless cameras for an entire day of shooting. What? That's crazy. That just, I mean, that's a foreign concept. I mean, normally you're out there with 2 batteries and you're using the one, especially if it gets real cold, and it just sucks the power out of it really quick. And so if you're in the cold world, I mean, you may just have to do this one and another one. I'm just saying. So anyway, so there you go. Blindspot Power Junkie. Blindspot Power Junkie. And this is one of those kits that come along every so often that just really and truly changes the workflow of so many people and just becomes such a benefit to have. So thank you, Blindspot Gear, for once again coming through with another cool product, because they already have a handful of cool products out there. So with all that said, if you've liked this video so far, go ahead and hit that like. And if it's the type of content that you like, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because more videos will be coming here in the near future, and I'll explain why here in a second. But before we get into that, I'm going to put some links in the description below to our Facebook and Instagram pages, okay? And if you like this thing so far, if you like how I described it and all the benefits and features of this thing, then I'm going to ask you to go over there to Facebook and Instagram, like and follow our pages for 42 Pros, and it's pretty simple, at 42 Pros. But again, there'll be a link in the description below. This guy will probably be our very, very first giveaway piece of kit for 42 Pros here on YouTube. So once you do like those pages and follow our pages and all that good stuff, then here in the near future, once I get done doing all the reviewing stuff, I'm gonna do a full review on this thing and kind of get some charge times and some use times and all that good stuff for this guy with a couple different cameras. Then I will probably make the announcement for the giveaway either that same week or shortly thereafter. And we'll put all the names that enter it. We're gonna keep it as simple as possible. We'll put all the names in there, do a name generator. Whoever pops out will get a free Blindspot Power Junkie from 42 Pros. Okay, so again, Facebook and Instagram pages, go ahead and like them, follow them, and yeah, we'll go from there. So that's all we got for the Power Junkie. Okay, now we're gonna move into the updates and what's going on here with 42 Pros. So yes, like I mentioned before, I have not posted anything on here in a couple of weeks, and there's good reason for that. Okay, about 2.5 months ago, where I was working. I'll say it again. About 2.5 months ago, where I was working, we had some issues with manpower, and just we got short-handed, so I got voluntold to go to night shift. And which, I mean, that's fine. I mean, in the world I was working, which was police working, yeah, I mean, things happen. Sometimes you got to do stuff like that, and you know, so be it. But the month of March, I had about 7 or 8 different dates for different video topics that I was going to shoot video for. So I was going to pump out a bunch of videos for you guys, and all of that got tossed out the window, because if you're a day shift dad and you work night shift, there ain't a whole lot of other things that you can do other than sleep, eat, and take care of your family. Okay. So yeah, all that stuff, all that planning, all that prep work that I did to get those videos kind of lined up and all that, yeah, gone, out the door, out the window. So all you guys that have made suggestions on some videos, whether it's, you know, HDR stuff from Scott or white balance from a couple other guys, and just different things, you know, with how to steady your rig while you're filming in tree stands and whatnot. All those guys, Josh and them, I promise you, I'm getting to you, and I had it scheduled. Just things kind of went whoop and flipped me upside down on my head. And more importantly, I lost 2 paid gigs during that time as well, because with the manpower shortage, I couldn't take no time off. And yeah, we'll see if I can kind of rekindle those relationships, because one of them I had to kind of tell them, hey, I can't come, kind of last minute, and I really hadn't heard from them again. So that might not be good for me. But also during the month of March, not to get all, you know, doom and gloom on you, a whole lot of good stuff happened. Okay, several different things kind of come together all at once, and some guys I've done some work with and worked for here in the past, just multiple areas, all come together, which has now afforded me to make the decision to go full-time as a self-employed videographer, freelance photographer, editor, all that fun stuff. So 42 Pros now is the main hustle for good old Matt, just me. You know, it's been a handful of years, really since about 2010, 2011, that I've had this as a side hustle, whether it was editing or filming or whatever. It's just been a side hustle that I've worked pretty hard at times, you know, where, you know, sometimes just working through the night on some editing projects, and then getting up the next morning. We're really just continuing on to the next morning and going to work without sleeping, maybe getting a nap or two, but just grinding it out, learning, continuing to learn, and try new things, and just get experience in new areas, and it just finally paid off. And I'm very, very fortunate, very blessed to have that opportunity to get out there and go full time. So as of today, yes, I'm filming and posting it all on the same day. This is day 1 of full-time 42 Pros, if you want to call it that. So I'll be full-time filmmaker, and yes, I am making that Parker Walbeck reference there. But yeah, I'm just excited. You know, the wife and the family is excited as well, and yeah, it should afford me some handful of opportunities I will not have otherwise, and I'm definitely looking forward to what comes out of all of this here in the near future. But yeah, it didn't come lightly, you know, because making a decision like this, I mean, obviously had to have some things in place to be able to take care of the family and all that, because after all, if you're self-employed, then you're number one, and if it goes wrong, it's all on you. But if it's right, you know, and everything's working, then it's all on you plus the people that help you out. So it all falls on you for the most part, but that's the exciting part, you know what I'm saying? You get out there and kind of make your own deal, and if you want more, you go get more. If you want less, you just dial it back a little bit. And so But I'm probably going to get all I can and can all I can get here in the first year or two. So if you're out there and you need help with some video projects, then call me. But anyway, so that's the big announcement. So actually we had a couple announcements. Blindspot Gear will probably be our very first giveaway here with the Power Junkie. And obviously with 42 Pros, I'm going full time. No longer the side hustle, it's going to be the main hustle. So if you're still with me on this video, thank you for watching all the way to the end. But yeah, we're pretty excited. So but anyways, guys, until next time, get the gear that is right for you, because only you can do your projects. And since we usually only have one chance to get it right, why not do it right and just do it once? Till next time, guys, we'll see you in the next video.